Hello, hello. As I work on new things here, if you've seen from my earlier stream, let me just change that here. As more coming in, I'll give you a chance to come in. I did a similar stream like this on my Facebook page for all the musicians that I support there. But really, my real main support is in what I've been doing. I hear on my YouTube channel. Thank you, Love's Gospel, for coming in and making me aware where you're from. I've always questioned how far is the reach of Sound of Joy. This is Sam Tolbert, Sound of Joy Music Services. Sometimes I get programmed whenever I say that before the opening of one of my videos. I want to make this as informal as possible. That's my intent as I look at my settings here while I'm having this conversation is to do this type of one-on-one a lot more coming in 2002. I'm actually watching myself on my iPad real time because there's always a 30-second delay from when I see anyone pop in. So Lovejoy, have you had a good season as far as music goes? Getting your Christmas songs in and out, I should say. We're almost at the end now to the Christmas music, except for maybe the last Sunday in December after Christmas. This is sort of my virtual studio here. Of course, it's set up in a Christmas mode now with a log burning and some nice Christmas lights in the tree. Me here in the somewhat center. This is my studio down here, so I've got to get some Christmas lights. I didn't put anything up this year. I'll see what I may do next year to get some lights, some colored lights around the background to make it a little bit more festive. But yeah, this is the studio. This is where it all happens, you might say. And if I were to go into the scene change, this is where I do all the music from this scene, from this camera. I have currently three cameras, one above the keyboard, the one right here, and the one that you see me on. That you see me on right here. I need to turn some lights on. Give me 1 second. Good to have that. Good to have that additional lighting on. So, do you have any questions? Any song requests? There's one gentleman named Ferdinand or Fernando, I think it is, who's concerned that he doesn't want to hear the music. He wants to see me playing on the keyboard. So I'm kind of giving him an opportunity to pop in so I can play on the keyboard for him. Again, I always have my viewers, the people who have been supporting me all these years. I think I'm in I believe 2006 when I started on YouTube for my first video, and here we are now in 2021. So that can't be 18 years. And to go back and look. Oh yeah, I would say 2006 because the current keyboard I bought in 2008, and I had two keyboards before that. So yeah, since 2006, I've been here, a fixture on YouTube. Fixture here on YouTube. All right. Well, I'll just keep talking then. Maybe something will come to mind. Um, The YouTube experience has been a good one. I spend a lot of my days looking at other content creators, not just the ones that do music, but the ones that are doing commentary on current events, on the happenings. I'm looking to see if I can morph into that same atmosphere. Maybe not on what everyone else is talking about, but from an actual music standpoint, and not always all the time lessons either. As a new song comes out, I could maybe do some research on the group, on the musicians, and then do a breakdown on the actual style of music that they are borrowing from. Sometimes we musicians feel that the inspiration comes upon us, and then we start playing, but really we are borrowing from what we've heard in a mixture of musics from the past. I know I borrow from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000 styles of music. As it began to change, I kept adding the different flavoring from all the different choirs and groups that I had to learn from. So I can't claim to have developed a new chord. Again, I listen very well and I adapt. I learn what I hear, and then I reflip it or maybe reharmonize it in a different way. In fact, so let me just do a little playing for Love's Gospel since you're in here. Let's switch over to our scene two. Let's see what I can put together here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we look good. What can I play for you? Because I got a copyright notification when I did the video from my Facebook Live. I did some early Richard Smallwood music, and I didn't think that they would attack it, and they got it right off the bat, which is okay. That's not a bad thing. They just recognized the fact that I didn't ask permission to use it, but it's not a as I say it's not an actual bad thing. I'll make you a nice sound here, mellow grand. Um, can I do that song? Holy is the Lamb. Let's see. A long time. Down behold the yeah. Because lost my place. James Key. Who joined us? I'm sure we're going to get copyright strikes for these, but that's okay. Yeah, some songs from my past as a church musician I haven't played in a while, so I had to get my fingers, the muscle memory back in place because the notes started, fingers started falling on the wrong notes. Then I had to remember all those little quickie runs I would put into it. But yeah, I'm gonna say I won't get a copyright strike. I'll get a notification that I've infringed on someone's copyright on the song, and that's okay. They don't attack me. They do something that's to even off monetary things, which is okay. Again, I say as long as I can get an opportunity to share music that can help somebody, that can get them through a particular time, or a song that could help a musician add to what they're currently doing. That's what 80% of why I'm on YouTube, to help musicians get more comfortable in what they're doing, and the other 20% to help push some of the music that I've written in the past and to kind of show out just a little bit, not a lot, just enough to be able to say that if you got to be able to pat your own self on the back musically, if you've spent the time and you've done the work to achieve a certain level. Let's see who's joined us. We have a third person watching. Please let me know who you are and where you're viewing from. That's one of the things I want to be able to start doing is actual podcasts like this, again, where we talk about music. The three songs I did were Oleta Adams, Holy is the Lamb, and then Kirk Franklin's Now Behold the Lamb and The Night That Christ Was Born. Songs that in my coming up as a church musician, I didn't hear a lot of churches doing. Beautiful songs, easy in a sense. They're in perfectly positioned keys, melody, basic chords around it. But I couldn't hear or couldn't find any place else where, even on YouTube around this season, I would listen to different church programs to hear what are they singing, to acknowledge this season of the year. I know in the Methodist Church, this is called the Advent season. So all songs that talk about pre-birth were appropriate. But a lot of churches are still doing the praise and worship songs. And again, I often said, if those songs are what is ministering to the people where they are, then who am I to give a question to? Do what works for you. Dave from Florida. Welcome, Dave. This is I call this my setup for the live streams I'm going to be doing. Since we're in the holiday season, I picked it. I put together this screen view, a nice burning log setup, the Christmas lights in the back, and of course me here in the center, talking with a better mic than I've used in the past. Oh, G-Man, thank you. You were there in the very beginning, I believe. We go back to the Learn Gospel Music Days, if I remember right. Way before Facebook and all these other sites that have popped up. In playing for a United Methodist Church, you will find that if it's more a traditional United Methodist Church, they love hymns. It wasn't until I did my 19 years in United Methodist Church and I began to look into their songs that they were asking that I learned a lot of the history of the United Methodist Church as being the first established church in this country in its early days by John Wesley, who wrote over 400 hymns. He and his brother were hymn writers. And a lot of the Christmas songs we sing today were written by him. "O Come All You Faithful" was written by John Wesley. I think "Hark the Herald Angels Sing" also was written by John Wesley. My United Methodist hymn book is usually at hand. but I don't see it where I can put up there and verify. Oh, there it is. I'm not going to go get it. But I found out when I began to learn the songs which I have never heard before in United Methodist hymnal and saw how those melodies were actually scripted, I added more chords to my chord palette because I wanted to be able to use those songs. Let me see, what's a good United Methodist song? Since I have you here, let me just switch over. It's a good United Methodist song, Advent song. I'm trying to go by, trying to use my memory now. United Methodist song. Come thou long expected Jesus. Is it in B flat? I may have the wrong key. It might be E flat. That was one of the favorite ones. One pastor had a very favorite one, once in Royal David City. Wow, I haven't played that song. I haven't played that song in a minute. You have to remember, there's a change in that chords. Yeah, that F7's in there. Lost on the light. Should have charged my lights, but I think I'm good with my main studio lights. Let me see who we got. A Gospelized Come Thou Long Gospelized it, really. Gospelized Come Thou Long Expected Jesus. Interesting. That means you sped it up, put some claps to it. That's the one thing I did when, as a United Methodist Church musician, I tried to stay true to their format. I think the very first Sunday that I played for them, they were singing "Glory to His Name" down at the cross. I'm thinking, okay, my first Sunday in a United Methodist Church, I heard they liked their hymns, so I started doing. I gave them that hymnal Methodist style church. After the service, after the song, the pastor looked at me. He said, "Brother Talbot, no, we do sing that song a little bit faster." And I felt so bad the first time he said that. Then I said, "Oh, you want to sing it faster?" So the very next time we did the song, I say, "I'm going to go Church of God in Christ Pentecostal on you." And church went up. Church went up. Church went up. I went full blown Church of God in Christ Pentecostal on down at the cross, or glory to his name, and they wouldn't stop singing. Dum, 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 dum. So it was kind of an icebreaker for me. I gave them what they wanted, a musician who could play straight hymn, but who can also take them on a different path. Just looking to see who else came in. Yeah, love gospel. I think when what as a musician we've learned to adjust better than actually singers do, or I should say, the classically trained musicians do. If you put sheet music in front of them, they'll play it exactly the way they hear it. If you just give us the melody of the song and you say, okay, how would you want it done? Do you want it done in a Caribbean flavor, or do you want it done Southern gospel? Do you want it done CCM? We could look at it. We can hear the style in our head and just attach the melody to it. Let's see, what can I do? What else I can do while I'm here? Let me switch over. Switch back, I should say. Exit stage right. So this music thing that we find ourselves in, it's still evolving. I'm still surprised as music adjusts itself to the times that we're in, to see gospel, in a sense, the gospel sound. I won't say it's been pushed into the back room, because you still have that old preacher, that middle-aged preacher that'll get up and want to sing a song from 40 years ago. But to see this new generation gravitate to a easier path of singing, not a lot of words, all repeated 10, 20 times, no real modulation. No real modulation. They just sing the song, and if anything, they get louder. Everybody's got a microphone. All the instruments get loud. They have this new sound that's laden with piano layers. Again, who am I to be the police, the music police that says, "Oh, this is the wrong sound"? No, it's whatever is right, whatever is being effective. At one time, Tommy Dorsey, no one laid it. No one wanted his music in the church. Why? Because he's a jazz musician that came in there writing jazz tunes, and we can't sing that. That's quote unquote the devil's music. Yet Precious Lord is still now revered as one of your staunch standards in today's traditional church. But then, how many people are now singing Precious Lord? Take my hand, lead me on. I am tired, I am weak, I am worn. Through the night, I should know these words. Take my hand, precious Lord, lead me on. I used to know all these lyrics to the songs because when someone is singing it, I wanted to be able to play the melody if they got lost. I often said, a musician, you should know, you should also not just learn the music, but learn the lyrics too, because that's how you know what chord and what melody to be able to assign to that song. Again, here we are in the Christmas season. Let's see, what can I just move some of my stuff around here. I always keep at hand my African American Heritage Hymnal. Let's see what Christmas song I can play that won't offend the YouTube copyright police. Okay, this is more traditional in the United Methodist Church. O come, Emmanuel, and ransom captive Israel, that mountains in a lonely exile here, until the Son of God appear. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. In G major. I did it in F because I always wanted to not to be too high for the choir members. But I can do it in G major too. Let's put some strings in here. Select one that's got some strings. Minor. Switch over my mode. There it is. Songs that you don't hear anyone attempt anymore, and it's unfortunate because you always want to hear someone else's approach. Let's see what else is friendly. I've done that already. I've done that one already. Done that one already. I've done that one already. I've done that one already. Angels from the realm of glory. A good Methodist song. 1777, B flat. A staple in the United Methodist Church. Sandra. My church is Pentecostal Holiness, and I feel that God has called me to bring hymns into our services. I played Blessed Assurance, and it was amazing. Blessed Assurance is a standard. There are many church hymns which are standards. Up, Blessed Assurance is right up there with It Is Well. With Blessed Assurance, It Is Well. Great is Thy Faithfulness. Just running through the 4 or 5 standards that must be in every church service. The Lord's Prayer, you can add that one too. These are church standards that should never really be abandoned. Lo, He comes with clouds ascending. We did that last Sunday. Is that what I just did? Lo, He comes with clouds. In the Methodist Church, you'd be surprised how many songs have the same melody but different words. It took me a while to get used to that. They would call out a song, and I go, okay, this page. And I'm looking at the chords, and I'm going, wait a minute. Doesn't that sound like? And then you see a footnote where they tell you, I think they call them metered songs, where you find certain songs will use the same lyrics in a different tune. Walk in the Light is one of those songs where it uses Hark the Herald Angels Sing as the chorus. Hark the herald angels sing, Jesus the light of the world, glory to the newborn King, Jesus the light of the world. Never really paid attention to that until I actually looked at it, and I said, oh wow, okay, they borrow lyrics because they're 400 years old, and nobody's going to come chasing after them for a copyright, and they fit. Those songs fit. Let's see, Silent Night I've done. Hark the Herald Angels Sing I've done. What is that song? Camp on a Midnight Clear I've done. Behold the Star. Behold the Star. Behold the Star. I used to know this one. Behold the Star. Behold the Star. It is the it is the star. AAGF. Sight reading. I like to sight read when I haven't done a song in a while. That's the voice. The music has it all spread out across the page between that. Wow. Haven't done these songs in a while. Jesus the Light of the World. We Three Kings. Have I done We Three Kings yet? No, I haven't done We Three Kings yet. We Three Kings of another song done in G. We Three Kings of Orient are bearing gifts. We travel afar, hills and mountains. Yes, I do sing. Although you hear me say I don't sing, I can sing the notes so that I can be proper. It's done in G. See if I can change up my sound. Who I want? I want there's a An orchestral sound I want. See if I can find it through here. No, can't find it that way, so let's find it this way. Going through my sounds to find that orchestral sound. Nope. Oh, there it is. Semifinality. Sounds among church loves, foot stomping and hand clapping. We give God praise in the full holy dance. G-Man, if you can get any kind of a keyboard that has string sounds, it'll add 100% to your style of play, because you can now emulate what an orchestra would sound like. Let me go pull out of here and go into pulling up the keys. I love the effects that you can get from some of the keyboards I have, where you can they say change the atmosphere. There's nothing like sitting in, at least for me, sitting in Radio City and hearing a full orchestra and all the movements that have with that sound that you get from a full orchestra. Nobody with mics on, just the shape of the building designed to reverberate sound coming from one location, where you can actually hear someone hit an actual tingle bell. Let's see who else joined. I don't want to leave anybody out. Sandra, I believe I caught you, North Carolina. Welcome. Let's see. Oh, what child is this? Everything is in G in this book. And that's kind of rare, because that puts it up too high. I'm lowering it down. I had to hear the lowest note. C. I've often taught that if you know the melody, chording is just adding a a a bottom to where the melody is going. In this song, it uses though it's written in F, it's using the minor of D and C for the chords when the chord changes. There's your C, there's your F. Stay still in an F, back to C, back to D minor. Now I use this change because of the jazz feel. Classical. I could go here. Now we're in C. Back to D minor. I change the chord. Back to C. A minor. D minor. And we'll end in E major, D major. So round it out. What child is this? Sweet Little Jesus Boy. Didn't know who you were. Get beyond that classical sound I have. G-Man, don't abandon that classical sound. That is what I call discipline. A lot of us gospel musicians, like Sandra and I, we like to play on feel. We like to get there and what do we feel like playing? Where a classical person says, wait a minute, major, minors, diminished. You follow a pattern. You have a structure. You could come in and out of that structure when you feel like it. Me, I like to hear the melody of anything that I'm playing, even if it's the choir, if they three-part harmony. I need to be able to hear their three-part harmony so that I can align with that. And once I've got aligned with what the choir's three-part harmony is, then I can go inside, out, down, around what they're currently doing. When you see me play songs, especially hymns, melody is always going to be on top, because that lets me know what chord layers I can put underneath it. I sneak in some jazz chords there because it feels right for where it's going. It's not all jazz, but I always try to accommodate every ear that might be listening. So you're gonna get the melody, which is 80% of the song, and then whatever I sprinkle in chord wise is what fills it out. As you can see, when I switch to different tones, it's not 10-finger chords all the time. It's what they call drop two chords, just to give a spacing of traditional three-part harmony. We have this gospel three-part harmony, and then you have that hymnal three-part harmony. I like doing both. This way, it gives me space to add. When I space it out that way, I can now add in some of that classical touch. Mm. 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 Now, see, I should know this. Mm. I used to know this. They used to always play around with this melody. You got me now looking over. What am I doing wrong? Why can't I hear it right? Mm. I like taking jazz classical pieces and trying to turn it into something, morph it into something else. I haven't done this one in so long. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Here it is. Here it is. Mm-hmm. Wow, a long time since I've done that. Dun, dun. I have to get my ears now accustomed to going into and changing songs. Yeah, I have fun when I have fun when I'm actually doing music. I try to make it to the point where it's not boring, so that I can look to try different things that I wouldn't. I would never do that in a concert. I'd have all the classical musicians looking at me like, that's sacrilege. Every first year student learns that correctly. Here you are messing with it. Well, because I can mess with it. I was never a first year piano student. See, I do have one advantage. A lot of ministers of music call on me to play at weddings and funerals at their church because they can't read the music. Oh, okay. You have that advantage over me. Usually, when I in my day when I was playing for weddings, they wanted to sing the latest R&B song, so I'd have to get a recording of it and learn it, and then they would get a singer, and I'd have no time to rehearse with the singer. I just say, okay, this is the key it's in on the album, but if you're going to sing in a different key, let me know so I can sit to the side here and and work it out. What was a favorite one they did? They liked it was in G. Well, yeah, they pad because it makes them sound fuller than they are. If they just play piano, they would sound empty in their chords. But when it padded and it's still lingering while they're playing, it makes them sound like they've got a whole, if though they're like three or four hands versus two or three fingers playing. And they love to use the sustain pedal so they can go to the next chord and still have that sound going. Now, is that a bad thing? I say no because they're learning to adapt to their environment. Put them in a different environment, and they would have to change, which is a good thing. I always forget to take these headphones off because I'm not listening to the piano. I use the headphones so I can hear the piano, so I don't have feedback going through this microphone through my speakers here. Sometimes I forget to take it off. Well, we have 4 in the room. I want to thank those that have come in. I wasn't going to stay too long. As I say, I'm thankful for everyone that has been supporting my channel. With your support and your viewership and sharing this channel, I'm able to upgrade my equipment as I did. This microphone I want to upgrade. I've been looking at what I want to upgrade it to. So I'm going to look at perhaps in March. They say biting the bullet because I watch other podcasters and I see the microphone that they are using, so I know the price of it. I know Christmas time is when I usually lose a bit of my finance because I take care of grandchildren and daughters and the wife, and that usually leaves nothing for me. So, and that's okay because I don't expect, as I tell my family members, it says just give me your respect. Anything else I want, I'll work and I will pay for it myself. So I will recoup some of my YouTube revenue, and I'll be able to use that to upgrade this microphone to what the standard is. I've already seen it. I've seen the pricing. I can order it right now if I wanted to, but I don't want it to get lost in shipping. Anything you order right now can be lost with all the shipping this holiday shipping that's going on now. So I'll wait till it all dies down into January or February of 2022, and then I'll upgrade this microphone, which will give me a much more clearer sound. I know this one sounds pretty clear the way it is, but I hear the microphones that the other podcasters are using, and they're all getting the same microphone. So I don't want to be left out. I'm looking at doing more podcasts just like this. So I want to have at least the minimum equipment. I've got the M1 Mac Mini running this whole system now, and it's been tremendous. But I'm going to upgrade it. There's some software I want to run on it that won't run it at its base level, but that's okay. That's why I bought the base unit. I wanted to see, was it worth all the hype? And it is, except when you get into the real high-end software, which I can't run on the base unit. So I will be upgrading to Mac Mini 2, whatever they call it when it comes out. I guess they're saying March or April of next year. Then I can expand on the music and video. That's what I want to be able to do. As they say, what's that song from Donald Lawrence? You ain't seen nothing yet. The best is yet to come. I have ideas that it's only held back by me and by software. And as I shared in the video, if you watched the one I just posted from my Facebook Live, I've got a camera. I want to go out and start doing vlogs where I'm going into different areas of, probably start in the New Jersey area, then go into the New York area, different parts of it that I've never really visited. I've always drove through them. Now I can actually go walk around and visit restaurants and sightseeing and some of the different things as things get better, of course. And then come back and do like a put together my own video log of this is what I did today and put some nice soundtrack behind it and create different content. As you can see from this podcast, you see I've got this is not just a a video of me, but I've got the Merry Christmas and I've got the lights and I've got the burning log, all this good stuff. I go to YouTube to show me, gee, how can I do that? And I use the OBS software, which allows me to mirror all this stuff together. I can change my scenes, as you can see, where I do my actual music. If I were in the organ mode, that's where I would be set up. That's where I would be set up doing the organ lessons. That's an old screen. I haven't changed the wording on that screen, but that's the setup I would use for doing organ lessons. And for those who didn't hear my opening page, so yes, I'm going to recreate that opening page. Going to put some more different style of music, some jazz there, some R&B, some gospel, some hymns, just as an opening page as I start these different podcasts. I watch a lot of other content creators here on YouTube, and I take mental notes of what brings me back to their page. Sometimes it may not be the conversation, but it may be the actual presentation. What are they doing on their page that I can add? And what you're seeing right now is some of what I've been observing. And I said, okay, if they're using OBS, I can do the same thing. Let me go and learn. I think I said on my previous podcast, I am 65 plus and retired. So you would think I would be picking out a nice massage chair rocker to put in front of my TV set so I can fall asleep. Well, I do get my naps in here and there, but I'm at my best when I'm being creative, when I'm looking at something I want to do. I can stay up for hours looking at what I want to do and penning out on a piece of paper. It's over here. Yes, I still use pen and paper, and I write down ideas and what I need to go look at in order to bring that out. One thing I want to be able to do is get away from wearing these glasses all the time, but then I can't see what I'm looking at. I can't see you. But I want to get a better pair. Let me see. I got it. This is my best pair of glasses right here. There we go. That's my best pair. So I'm looking at the fact that it actually reflects off the monitors, and I see a lot of podcasters have solved that problem by how the lighting is or what they look at or how they look at. So we may not have to swap around monitors so that I give the best presentation possible. If I look this way, I sit right here, still is catching. It's catching my monitor from my it's catching the monitor from my iPad, so I can keep track of who's coming in. But this is all part of the creating creative mode that I'm in. I just want to be able to enjoy and be able to give a nice presentation in whatever it is that I'm doing. Well, I've had you here captive long enough. This will stay up for the YouTuber who has a concern with me not showing the keyboard when I'm playing. He now has a few songs to look at. I'm sure I will get a copyright notification on some of those songs I picked, and that's okay. I don't mind getting that. I'm looking at my stream, and for some reason my CPU is working harder. I'm not sure why. That's usually down around 50%. Now it's at 30, which means something is sapping strength. Although I do have a lot of stuff running in the background. That's probably what it is. But I want to thank you all for coming in. I want to acknowledge you. Let me make sure I get everybody's name correct, starting from the beginning. Love Gospel, thank you. Dave Felician from Florida, thanks for coming in. G-Man always. Sandra from North Carolina. I have a good buddy I used to work with who moved down to Apex, North Carolina. He's happy down there. I believe that's all who have acknowledged that they were here. Thank you for coming in. Oh, thank you, Love Gospel. I'm always looking to learn, not just for myself, but also to encourage other younger musicians, to tell them playing for church is fine, but if the pandemic taught you one thing, when the churches closed down, so did your income. If you had a YouTube channel where you could monetize how you play, what you play, a conversation, it could have gone a long way towards bridging the finance or the revenue coming in until the church got back up and running. That's what I'm looking at doing. If I learn how to do it, is to share that same knowledge with other musicians, younger ones and old guys such as myself, who have something to say, or someone who will want to listen to what they've got to say, or something they want to share. There's the YouTube pie is vast. I mean that it is so vast. Every time I see someone else get their slice, I go, how come I didn't get there first? Well, some things draw more viewers. Music, a certain style of music will draw a certain style of viewer. Other content will draw people to that content. Some content I won't touch because it's too hot over there, like those logs you see burning. I'm not prepared to deal with that type of content. But from where I can add my little, as they say, 20 cents in and hopefully see a return by viewership, that is what I will do. So far, I've been live for an hour and 11 minutes, and I only want to go about 45 minutes. I'm going to work on that. Though. This is not new to me, but new for me. As you can see, my back here, that's all my stuff that's back there. I need to clean that up so that it represents better what happens down here, and I will work on that. I always look at these videos and I go, okay, how much stuff was I showing that I should have been? And you know about my merchandise store. I won't be bringing out the stuff. I had it out on the other video. You can see it. I do have the merchandise that helps to support this channel. And I'm looking at going into what they call super chats and the thank you donations when they turn it on for me. This gives an opportunity for those who want to share whatever with what I'm doing because they enjoy the content and they want to see more. This will give you an avenue for everyone to be able to do that. Once again, thank you all for spending some time with me. I'm going to give you my intro page again. You'll hear the song that I arranged probably back in 1986, a mixture of Hark the Herald Angels Sing, traditional and a gospel format. Keep watching my page. I probably still will be on this week. This is the last 2 weeks of 2021, so I'm certainly going to be back on. I'm not sure if I'm going to do any lessons, but I might. You never know. I'm always looking to share something that's going to encourage someone. So thanks again. Enjoy the rest of still be at the beginning of the week. Again, I'm on vacation. On vacation. I'm retired. I'm on vacation every day. Every day is a Saturday and a Sunday for me. I'm not on a clock that says go to sleep, but I have to again monitor that, make sure I don't burn the candle, as they say, on both sides. But if a reason comes to if I have a zeal to want to get online at 3:00 in the morning, then I will do that because there's somebody somewhere who might be up. Again, everyone be blessed, and I look to see you soon. Take care. Bye.